Well, now, Britain and the United States have condemned a series of deadly car bombings across Iraq, which have left more than 80 people dead and over 200 wounded. The attacks occurred during celebrations marking the end of the Islamic holy month of Ramadan and follow a July which was the bloodiest in 5 years in the country, with over 1,000 people killed. Fatima Manji reports.
This is Eid in Iraq. But what is there to celebrate? In the wreckage, one child finds himself a toy. Other things are not so easily recovered. This is the aftermath of a deadly day, after a month of the worst violence in 5 years and more than 1,000 dead.
A car was parked here and the man came and tried to defuse it. He couldn't and the car went off, killing him and an officer standing near.
Across the country, a series of car bombings, targeting civilians in cafes, markets and mosques, many within an hour of each other, suggesting coordinated attacks. In Baghdad, there were 12 blasts in mainly Shia areas, explosions too in the northern cities of Kirkuk and Tuzkarmatu. In Nasiriyah in the south, twin car bombs exploded next to a park, and in Karbala, another bomb. No group has claimed responsibility. The US State Department said it had the hallmarks of being Al-Qaeda, and in recent months, as government forces crack down on Sunni protests, violence from Sunni militants targeting Shia areas has escalated.
I'm telling you, it's a Shia neighbourhood close to the mosque, and we are targeted because we do not have someone to defend us, no one to support us and no one to stand with us. I challenge all the officials to come here and look after us. No one will come.
This is a sentiment echoed by so many, trying to go about their daily lives in the midst of constant attack.
I want to know, where is our government? Where are the security forces? If you cannot deal with security, let someone else. Why are you clinging to power? It's Eid holiday and people are continuing to die.
In a country where bombs are now commonplace, finding out how many have died each day is increasingly difficult. The UN says the death toll is at least 4,000 this year so far. More easy to identify the growing anger against the government for failing to protect.
There's an enormous amount of frustration in Iraq about security measures that seem to be visible but don't seem to be having any noticeable impact. We still see checkpoints that apparently do searches on cars, but then these checkpoints don't seem to stop car bombs. We still see these sort of, the Americans used to call them magic wand bomb detectors that are still being used on the streets of Baghdad and elsewhere in the country that, again, are supposed to stop car bombs, but patently don't.
After the violence, the physical wreckage can be cleared, but the damage to Iraqi society is deeper, and there are fears the cycle of violence can only get worse.